It's a beautiful day again, and it's a brand new episode of Showbiz Daily. Yes, this is Showbiz Daily. Please don't be surprised seeing me as your host, because your humble host, Sammy Flex, is out of town just for a moment. And then for doing that, Kwesiama, I need to sit in so that, since it is Showbiz Daily, we don't have to miss a single episode for the day. So I have to sit in for my boss, Sammy Flex, so we can do this in order not to leave you out or leave you hanging as to what is happening in the world of showbiz or in our entertainment space. So by doing that, I have my own bosses, my own seniors seated here. I have my immediate left is Itim Dodo Solomon. We call him Chemo. Chemo, yes, he is seated. And then I have Abbas Abdul Muiz, who is also beautifully seated here. We need to have a conversation about what is happening and then what is trending in our showbiz space. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope everything is fine.
Oh, we are good. We are good, Kwesi.
But Abbas, where have you been? It's been a while we met. Where have you been? Okay, Chemo, let me start from you. Things has been happening. You've been around following, the showbiz space. Before we even come to the substantive issues, what is happening?
Kwesi, it's been good. We are doing our best. We are in the space to entertain people. Not only that, to also make some kudi for ourselves. Yes, so we've been out and about doing our best, and when it comes to digital space, this is a time that some of us, there's pressure on us because YouTube are calling for people to file their taxes, and because it's a maybe phone so US for somebody tax, so that's what is happening for now. So I have to fill forms for people to for them to get their monies and all that. So we are good because we are in this business and we are not stopping now. So you just have to work hard so that we also chop. That's it.
Yes, you have to work hard. By so doing, we have a lot of things we need to discuss here. But then let me start with you before I move on to Abbas, since you've started the conversation. The very first one I would want us to discuss is SAFA. Yes, we all know it is SAFA week, and then SAFA is coming live on Friday. Friday SAFA is coming on live, and there is going to be a huge float in town, starting from the Accra Mall. So looking at such a project, we all know that more of the times when people want to release an album, they just do one or two, and then in the midnight they just release it. Before day breaks, it is everywhere. But looking at Shatta Wale's, the outline, how he's drawn his timeline, everything, starting a float from the Accra Mall just to release an album. The whole conversation, what do you make of it?
It's an interesting one. At this time, and the era that we are in, we were not expecting something like this, but trust Shatta, he will always surprise you, or the team, SM team will always give you something different from the usual one that we know. The whole album will be released online, but the float is offline kind of, so you can imagine, but there's a plan to it, and there's a reason behind why they are doing that. And the reason is that apart from the fact that they are trying to create awareness, they will be sharing some flyers, and the flyers is not a mere flyer that we all know. That one, people say flyers, there's a QR code on that flyer, so you can scan to get access to the songs. So this is an innovation that they are using to also get to the people who ordinarily will not maybe go online to search for whatever is going on. And again, it will give some form of curiosity for those who are just holding a flyer and now feel that they can scan the flyer to get access to the whole album. It's an interesting thing. So it's not a mere float that they are doing. It's a strategy to also get to people who ordinarily it may take them some time to even get to the platform that they may want to listen to what is happening. Now they are giving it to them straight, or they are getting closer so that people will enjoy the song right from the onset. So this is an interesting thing, and I think it's something that we have to encourage people to do. Just that it's not a joke. It will, I mean, people coming out like that, you doing a float, moving around with people and all that, it will cost you some money. But hey, it's a business strategy, and I think SA movement will be winning with this. Yeah.
Well, I will move on to Abbas and then listen to what Abbas also has to say about this whole thing. The SAFA album, let me tell you again, SAFA album is dropping tomorrow. And then we are starting with the float. The float is starting at the Accra Mall. The float is going to start at Accra Mall. And I'm hoping that you will not be left out. Abbas, are you going to be left out?
Not at all.
But first of all, where have you been?
I've been working. I've been working really, really hard. As Chamo said earlier, Kudi nada very much. The lajo is very important, and as a young man, one needs to work harder. I manage Patapa,
yes,
so it's a full-time job, not part-time at all. And we've been roaming and we've been traveling. So basically, we are available. We are available for jobs. We are available for gigs, partnership, sponsorship, endorsement deals and all those stuff. So we'll be working all around.
Now officially, let me say congratulations to you for your new position in the Part Soldiers Camp. Right? Yes, congratulations to you. Now let's come to SAFA, the SAFA conversation. If you followed, how the SAFA outline is going to be, and then what it contains. What do you also have to say about the whole conversation?
The first thing I'll say is that kudos to Sammy, to the team, the Shatta team entirely. I know how tirelessly they are working, and then how it's not easy. If you look at their numbers and look at my numbers, I'm tired. So imagine them, they are tired. But how they are able to try very hard to control the narrative online, on ground. And I also feel that this is a statement Shatta movement want to send out there. Everybody lately is counting the numbers. What I will be looking forward to, my expectation is that not just the youth that they are engaging with, they are engaging with the market women, they are engaging with the people within the offices, they are engaging the non-conventional Shatta lovers, so that they will win more souls. Because to me, I call this kind of project evangelism. You want to approach people on the normal. Our market women on the normal, they will wake up and say they are going to a Shatta concert. On the normal, somebody who is very, very strict with office work, especially the ministries. When they start from the mall, there are a lot of spaces around there, from the airport, residentials, those areas. They are office people. So imagine somebody doing office work 6 to 6 lately. The whole traffic crowd before you get home is 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Weekend, Charlie, you are busy with funeral, wedding. So you won't get time to do extra stuff. So if they give you a flyer, they engage you. Imagine Shatta Wale in your office. What will you do? Imagine the banking or Shatta Wale just entered. Like the whole bank will be halted. Then the next thing I'm looking forward to is that I don't want this to just be only a Accra thing. If this thing can be reciprocated across board, like some should be done in central region, some should be done in the northern region, some should be done all the 16 regions, they should have a feel of Shatta Wale. Because there are people who are in the north who have not seen Shatta before, but they love him, they listen to his music until an investor will get money to bring him there. But I think this is a time he can also showcase himself to his fans. And look, the truth also for me, for third truth, is that the numbers, or Ghana is not Accra. You get me? So I've always been crying this cry. It looks like some people say, oh, you are doing village too much. But I see the numbers. When I come to Accra, I see the difference. And if you want to really have a fair idea of what Ghana is, try other places beyond, and don't assume that we there or those people in the interlands don't have internet or can't it will shock you if you move out of Accra and you go to places that is not Accra, that is deep interland, that is not like major Kumasi, major Takoradi, major Koforidua and so forth, and you enter into those interland. You get people that will download these songs, that will get to know these songs. Things like this happen, and the media is just in Accra, the actions are only in Accra. Imagine they do this kind of floating in Kwanta, Sefi, Bekwai. You know, those interland, they do something like this in Aguna Swedro. You get that kind of thing, and you see the numbers. You see the numbers that will troop out, that will subscribe to this thing. So I will encourage your team to. They've done it. They should do beyond. They should make a bigger statement by moving out of Accra also to enable all their fans to enjoy.
Well, thank you so much. But I mean, you as a manager as well, is there anything you would want to learn from this particular initiative?
You know, we are always learning from the Shatta brand. There's no time, whether by far or by near, you are learning. One of the things that we've learned recently is that you charge as much as you can. You demand what you deserve. It's not like overpricing or underpricing. You charge what. And that I've learned very well. That I've learned very well. And I've also come to the second thing I've learned from the Shatta brand from afar and also close is that it's business. It's nothing else again. It's business. It's not sentimental. It's not whatever. They will come with sweet mouth playing that they are the best of India. Forget it. It's business. When they finish using you, they forget you. So you give them also the best of service. You demand for the best of whatever you can get. You don't shortchange yourself in the way of you want to do good to somebody whilst you are shortchanging yourself. Just demand for what you deserve. Don't overprice yourself. Don't underprice yourself, and that also help as a talent. So learning from this project, we also have upcoming project, but you also need to know your strengths. You need to know what is good for you. So it is good that they are re-innovating, they are moving forward out of it. We are also moving into another space. For as a manager, I know what my brand needs now. So I re-evaluate it, sit down with my talent and the team, then we judge or then we say, okay, let's move into this. So we have Kontu coming, and when we are coming to drop Kontu, it is a different ball game altogether, and I will go about it. But doing exactly what they are doing, no, we have not gotten there. We can't pick that strategy. If they do it and they are very happy, we will do it and we will be very sad. That's the truth.
Wow. We wish you the very best of luck in your position as the manager.
So
yes, we wish you well. So just as we said, you heard Abbas and then Chemu has also spoken. But then just let me remind you, tomorrow, Big Friday, is the SAFA day. Tomorrow is the SAFA day. And then the float is going to start from the Accra Mall through to, if possible, it is going to be the whole Accra. You cannot imagine where Shatta Wale may be passing or not passing. Who knows? Shatta might come to your community. So just join the float tomorrow. Let's make the SAFA day a huge one. This is Shatta Wale and Fans album. And he wants to get direct interactions and communication with his fans out there. That is why Shatta has decided to do this float in order to communicate and then interact with the fans. Let's move on to the next story. The next story, I mean, it has been trending. This particular story has been trending, and it's all about Michael Blackson. Yes, Michael Blackson. We all know Michael Blackson to be a comedian who used to base in the America, but then again, he's a Ghanaian. He's come home to do one or two projects, but then the famous and the recent one that we know is the school that he has built for his hometown or his community. Now, in not less than 72 hours, we see Michael Blackson writing so many things on the internet, specifically on X, formerly Twitter. He's been writing so many things. So we also had a chance to go online to read whatever he has to write. Now, per what we read indicates that he's made about $1 million investment into Ghana. And then, the way things are going for him, he's not happy with it. Because how he thought he could have, had some profit out of the investment in order to also invest it back into the school that he's built for his community. It seems things are not going the right way. So he's written so many things on the internet that we've also gone to read it to understand what and then what exactly he has to say. But in recent one that he's post that he's made, this is what Michael Blackson has to say. It seems that whatever he's written out there, people are not okay with it. People are not too cool with it, to the point that he feels some people are threatening the people around him. And then this is the post that he's made recently. He says, my assistant in Ghana called me yesterday and said he was getting threats because of my tweets. Let me get this straight. I decided to come home because of the love and passion I have for home. But I get robbed. And since I don't have the power to fight back, I decided to tell the world my problem. And now they threaten my people, shaking my head. So that is what Michael Blackson has to say. It seems some people are not okay with whatever he came out to write. And to a point, they are threatening some people around him. And I said, no, let me sit down with my people and then let's have a conversation around this. Let me go to Abbas, because I just ended with him, but I want to start this with him. Abbas, the conversation about Michael Blackson, to a point where he's made this recent post. You've been following this conversation. What do you make of this?
May God have mercy on us.
Amen.
One of the things I tell people, or maybe I've grown to know, is that there's no security apart from your creator. But you see, it's not everybody that is a believer. So you can't use that statement to sustain everybody. But if you're a Muslim, you know that Allah is your sustainer. Allah provides for you. It is what Allah says to be sustainable for you, that will be sustainable. If you're a Christian, you believe that God will provide for you and whatever you have invested and all the stuff. But you see, when you go to the other school of thought, luckily for me, I have friends who are Freemasons, who are Freemasons, who, what do we call it? Atheists, not Freemasons. Atheists, let me say that. Let me correct that. I have friends who are atheists. And these friends, he doesn't believe whether left or whether right or whatever. You get it. What he believes in is what comes. So he believes in investment. Do you get it? He believes in investment. And whilst these investments are portfolio that, you know, government is secured. If they say anything government, you know that at least it is very, very secured. And so far it is very, very secured, then you can put your money into it. Now, the government that you believe that you've bought government bonds, you've got government investment, you are going to make, and you see, one of the good things about government investment is that you know how much risk it is, whatever you are supposed to earn at the end of the day. Now, it's not, even Blackson is one of the lucky ones among them, because he doesn't have his life savings there. There are people who have worked years of their life who keep on plunging that investment into it because they want safe haven. There are people who don't believe in building homes like real estate, doing farming or doing any other alternative means of keeping their investments. But they believe that direct investment into buying bonds, buying shares, when he is up to a certain age, those money will come back in shares. And apart from that, also state institutions like the SNIT and some other institutions have also put money into these funds. Now, what is eluding all of us is that who play game with this money? Because this money is supposed to be money that are held in trust for the people. Now, there are people have gone on the float. Some of them are done sitting down, whatever. Others also are shouting. Those who have connection a little, but others are also don't have the power or anything. They are having health crisis, but they don't know where to get money. And what I've been promising them now, the people have come back, and even though the bad part of it is that apart from your money being reduced, you are also not getting your money available. They are postponing your money to a later date. So even if they are reducing your money and you want it now, you are not going to get it now. So when I follow the trail or whatever Blackson says that, he said, you can't do such a thing because you are a government or because you are a politician, then you go scot with it. is asking the world to come and help him deal with people like this. Because if we allow this to be a precedent, what do we know will happen next? We will just wake up as a nation and things will just vanish. And because somebody has set a precedent, and the funniest part is that majority of the people in this country have no idea what has actually happened. And don't forget, this has actually happened to the elite of the society, not the naive. Because anybody that have bought this portfolio is highly educated, has investment, money that they can invest in something. This money that Blackson have brought, it can actually build a whole business for the people, the common people of this country to benefit from. But he has put that money into a trust, into belonging to government, that government take it, use it to do something, use it to work, and let it yield results. And when it yield results, everybody will benefit from it. Do you get it? And these are the things that are happening. So, while somebody come and complain, why do you go and threaten him? Do you know the most annoying part? Those threatening his manager or his representatives are not the people who have actually done the mess. It's the people who think their government is being dirtied. The people who are actually also, those that are threatening the other, they are actually in threat or they are actually affected by this situation, but they are not aware that they are affected. Directly or indirectly, they don't know. What they are concerned about is just mere politics that is happening on the ground. And they think that when what he is doing is affecting politics, which is not, which is affecting life directly. So if I will say, I think we need to brace ourselves beyond what is even happening. We all need to be worried. We all need to be scared for the future.
Wow. We all need to be worried about the future. Do you also think that is how it should go? I will move on to Chemo to listen to whatever he also has to say about this particular thing. But with the threats, I mean, are people really looking at the political side of it instead of, I mean, the livelihood that people investing such amounts into the government or into the nation itself in order to get something out of it, and at the end of it they don't get what they are supposed to get? I mean, these things call for threat? Chavo,
yeah,
let me come to you.
Yeah, it's interesting things are happening in Ghana at the moment. And what Abbas said, there are a lot of people who don't know about what is going on. And the sad part is that, as he said, is the elite of the society who are facing these challenges. Because it's not be the crowd, you know. So that's the thing. The bond thing that we are talking about is more or less an investment that you do in this case with the government, so that the government will pay you interest based on an agreement that you have with the government. In Ghana, I think the longest that we have supposed to be 7 years. You will give your money to government to do whatever business that the government wants to do with it. After 7 years, they will pay you an interest based on arrangement that you have with the government. So let's say you have 10,000 with the government, and then the government has decided to give you 5% of your 10,000 annually. Your 10,000 will not come back. Your 10,000, you can't just easily go and take it back. They know the government NAFA, but 5% of the 10,000 will be given to you every 6 months or every 1 year. That's the arrangement that you have done with the government. And you know, you say Abianca Michael Blackson Esikan or say 1 million.
Yes.
$1 million dollars, or no, they are my government, you know. And it's 1 million now, Michael Blackson, they are my government, you know. If I say on government arrangement, you know, say already 5% interest every 2 years. And you know, the 1 million the government name for money. And she, but no government the year but until say Michael Blackson Becker say on that arrangement ni biom no. And what will happen is on but obit me a transfer movie. So the person will pay Michael Blackson, and then the Michael Blackson will transfer his bond interest in that person's name.
Okay.
That's how it works. But guess what? It's a Michael Blackson arrangement now the government here. So move to 5% annually. And every year be Michael Blackson $50,000 from the 1 million. Obina interest of 50,000. Every year be Michael Blackson be $50,000 from the government.
Annually.
And I say do arrangement in 6 months.
Okay.
Into every 6 months be obedi $50,000. But Nisika na de onya. And only arrangement away. Into to him, you know, I think he's thinking that okay, if I do this kind of investment, I can take care of my school. So every year I'll take that $50,000 to manage the school. Then before that money will finish or whatever that I'm doing will finish, then there will be the next year I'll go and take another 50,000, take care of my school. So in fact, it's a very safe investment of all investments, because that kind of investment you don't lose. There are some investment that when you put your money there, anything can happen. You can make more profit or you lose your money. But when you do government bonds like this, there's no loss here, because the government will not take you to do any risky business that the money can share. And quarter, what will happen is that he will take taxes from other people, so you will still get your money. Even if the government in charge now get out of there, whoever the next government will still pay you. So the safest form of investment to do is some of this kind of investment. You always if like the arrangement or that he's going to get 5% annually, like he is assured every year he will get his $50,000. So it's as safe as it can be. But now this government in particular has messed things up, and the reason is that they brought in something that they call the haircut. Haircut, you know, or they gave people options. Say opa rizika na de abre omo dada no. Say opa you be ma only 5%. Ebi asisi a $1 million. Also 1% okay just anu ma dey a we do sika you be ma $50,000. We sika na shi.
$950,000
na shit. So who person do sika sisi ya.
It's not understanding the situation.
Shit. And say Uzikana, annually now we can't pay you annually. And you know, wait for 10 years. Then we will start paying you 5%. And then say if you wait for 10 years, every year we were supposed to pay you 50,000. So if you wait for 10 years and every year 50,000, 10 years you are supposed to get about maybe 500,000 or something. Or yes. They won't pay you that 500,000, and they are sharing. Then they will start paying you the 50,000. That's the option you have, but even that one you have to wait for 10 years. And then the other option is that they will pay you 15%, but you have to wait for I think 20 years or 15 years before the money will start coming in. So no matter the angle that you look at it, it's like yeah, they will lose. There's a Uzikano na Uzikani na de unya, but if you can wait a little bit longer, you may start getting something. And the guy now feels that no, he's like it is a mess, because can you wait for that long? Can you wait for that 10 years before you get something?
For that long.
No.
And he has a school to run.
So what is he going to use to run the school and all that? So no matter the angle that you look at it, this is a mess. He doesn't want to take it. And this one is coming from somebody that you have had an agreement with already. That's why he was saying that they have robbed him.
Yes, they have.
Because it's not like you have better options there that you are choosing. They are telling you what they can offer you. Take it or leave it. That's what is available. And so that's why he's crying, because there's no way out that you are winning in this case. It's like you are losing your money, but we will give you something small, and that something small you have to wait for 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years.
Chamo, the explanation that you are giving us, it seems Michael Blackson has written less.
Oh, of course.
He's written less based on what is involved.
He can't say much, because what the thing is, it's not only him. I remember Kobiche also said something like these people actually, for him, he was on this people, EcoBank. He was in the EcoBank for Amazon from the government and because the EcoBank people were taking his money and then investing it in that bonds. And the bank because it's a safer kind of investment, the bank will take your money and go and invest it with the government, because that one is because that one it is safe. If annually this is how much it will come out, then the bank will take their share and then bring you the rest. It's as safe as it can be. But this time the government is rather messing people up, and Michael Blackson is one of the casualties. This thing that we are talking about it like that,
that's what I'm saying. Michael Blackson has written less.
Yeah, people are because some people, retired people, the money that they got, the lump sum, everything, they went in there to put it at that place, and the reason is that the lump sum, if I want to be family be a brain is kabia, and we call retirement or TFE. So what they do is that they take such a huge amount of money. Maybe retirement package money was like maybe 100,000 Ghana cedi or 200,000 Ghana cedi. They go and give it in that bond. They will put it in that bond, and every year they will get, let's say, 5,000, or like every year they will get like 50,000 Ghana cedis. So for them,
spread it.
So if they spread it every month, they will be surviving on maybe 5,000 cedis a month kind of thing. So for them, that's a security, a good deal to do. Yeah. Because you will not be working anymore, and you are getting like 5,000 a month salary kind of. So it's safe. But this time around, the government is going to pay you even after 10 years. So if you are a retiree or retired person, that you are depending on, how are you going to survive?
People are on health benefit. People are on,
because you have to pay your insurance, you have to pay your hospital bills and all those things, and now the money is not coming. How do you survive? Wow. So it's a serious thing happening, and Michael Blackson at this point, I think he knows that this is a mess, and the point is that this is the government doing this to you. So where are you going? Like, he has no other alternative than maybe to talk about it in a way to bring awareness. And guess what? People who are threatening and all those things, they feel that you make the government unpopular. Okay. Because if people begin to understand this, that actually this is what is really happening. Some people will not take it cool like that. There are a lot of people, like he said, it's only the elite who goes into these kind of things. So when it comes like that, it's among themselves, and you know the elite in every society, behind the scene, people will be going to court or getting some lawyers to talk on their behalf on that. But the ordinary people at this point, then can demonstration, there's a concrete demonstration, almost picketing, and I read the placards the other day. Massa, so you're in your car or trying to be. Are you going to do something like that? So what is happening is not easy, and the Michael Blackson, he's really messed. I think one thing that will make him talk like that or behave like that is the fact that he was advised against it. Yes. Like, don't go and put your money there. And then he said, oh, my place is safe. And the only time that we know that people will lose their investment like this is when there's a civil war, or when there's a war. So to him, there's no way that there will be war in Ghana. So it will be a safer that you can get. So for him, it wasn't a bad investment to make. And then for him to realize that yes, there's no civil war here, but the government is saying that this is how you are going to treat your investment, and it's sad.
Can I just make a brief?
That is a very insightful, conversation that we are having. We've all gotten to see so many things that is involved or that are involved in this particular bonds, and then how Michael Blackson rant or outburst, make a lot of sense. Abbas says he has something to add up. Abbas, what do you have to add up?
I just want to explain it to the ordinary Ghanaian.
Okay, do
you see, when big man problem are come, this is how big man treat it. Big man will look at it like, okay, there are 50,000. That 1 million you put there, personally for that person who is able to put that money there, like he said, Kobiche. Kobiche is not feeling it directly, but the heat that he will face, he will share it off. The easier way to share it for is to cut off dependents, SSCs, and so forth. Now, don't forget that anybody that is able to put their money, that sum of money down, is not a usable money for them. And this come here baby says here. Into your no, I'm about to be a tree baby, and your own fast work, and you never be a better life, no, I sustainable. And for example, if youth or young people like say Okansa Kobicheno, Blackson, there are a couple of people. You get me? Yes. Those are their easy money. That is for them. Now, easy returns comes to them, and okay, be our Phoebe or C, and our Busia phobia, maybe a Phibia or Nibia Masca, Nejuma for. You know, sometimes you could, as an entrepreneur, you could have a lump sum money, like I could get like 1 million Ghana cedis through certain investment work I've done. Like, will be at the top part of my shares or any Ejuma be my. I mean, okay, my question government bond. So that meant to me they have me young job na me yenu. It be a one of me entrepreneur endeavor. See, I don't saskana me the abano. Now go abandon me every month. No, on me di 2 biaka. Tim, my so much do say me workers no. Yeah, 2 muka was yeah try error. Yeah, show your product. Send a back call. You juma yeah send a back. Now this is what happen. Says saskana and baduma. Now me take him pressure no. Say mube hamelo say si anu say mejuma ya for 20 me yi amana katu.
Wow.
Yes, me nka wow. Ye yi nkofo bi di ba o nti asem di ade e yi omudi because we boss on me catch us call your investment on game na say here. Nti sai ni ba ye yi wudi na affect wu ni uba ni obusuafo. We boss na affect ni wu nim but affect wu abai a decision nipa baako nipa menu nipa mensa bi omukotena de bi o ma dream bi hu yie o ma fa dream pa bi anfa nya bi wo fi say esikafo yare nkwa wo yare kan that's 1 2 obi a wa call retirement wa boni bra wa ye adwuma wa Unilever wa ye adwuma wo bank akese wa bo bra ye bo bia wa used to bra papa ti wa fa gate man wa fa gardener wa fa watchman wafa cook muti says 20 and 5 and I'm living of area so share nkofo bi ba ni omukọ school to be sorry a chena no catch us say patcho school fees mean to me to every man. These are one of the reasons. Now sa papa no apart from his government bonds can you some was kabi kakra baby sa sky back kakaka we bro no di we are the bar no dey ya do ye kakra no dey atua gate man watchman dey be am 1000 Ghana now sere coffee 2 months 3 months na hwe yi who boss ntua wo ka o no what the wash da until na do 6 months na be pamu o be catch up on me so to me ntua because he said you me din so be catch up say on to me ntua now so 1000 na wo ni wo ba ni wo yiri abasua NDC wasua MPP SC na pumping sa wo sika na 12000 no de be hwe ni wo fie a no so ye didi e de koba se sia ye yi wejuma as watchman and as garden boy and say e be affect money na. So those are the things. Then you want to afford mu yare. For example, dialysis is expensive. Certain diseases are expensive. In Jamaica, because who class kapudu na Uche the 50,000 de biana ebesa ebebi de ebesa ba opa bi a wo so a ko wo kra na scan beba wo kra na scan beba ti obi anu da obewu we bet we have calculation say okay maybe for 1 million into fee next 5 years ti wo that's why 20 years we be dey within 10 years and 5 years when the 1 million dey do you get it? But who would the caution government the amount say okay I had the sheho me wu kra na be chekwa bet me dey bet me by one for so man kofo bi e bia me try to was saska me start ba so o van ko charity o van ko we e be bo obi do you get it say sia saska na me ni daso so na me di bomb bra me di to me dro me di yawe saska no sasa koshi ye sorry da kro e no bi ka chem say ashi me pa me fa ni say ana me fa ni say ana me fa ni kwa wama mi na me fa energy once has make game you dey who done it here obeka who ko ebi na who ti be people who cause like there's no way out or no be the ama a your big decision the Blackson can say catch we are saying na say open we are say atwo baby amu awodi baby awodi to me wo e wo say sa dey we ebe kokwa because a trust say it was here trust say there are certain things that you need to share in government will your bank secure dibium say here government na say gini dibsu say anybody be engine dibium it is say who was scour your chroma odi be there o ka say wo farming draft to a hole the other o ka say o real estate like there's always anytime you want to do an investment there's always a particular problem hindering you to a safe haven. That is why our country any amama be yes our government bonds and our government investments treasury bill are safe haven for people and it's also save money for government. Imagine say buying your sanko for no to say 500 or 2,000 or 5,000 people who are bringing $1 million to government. Do you know how much money? About Betty Mercy school papa, hospital papa, road papa, niema bebre papa. I pay you juma pepe ebema krono ya hochenu ya etipaye nu niema ya pe bebre like ya hobajuye na ya hojuye ya tumi ya juma bebre abai tumi ji ya tax bebre abai tumi di koshe san inkofo no insa ebio. But if there's less trust for the government, people will withdraw. Signing 1 million or something be more for Ghana government. So American government also is secure for over 200 years, 150 years. Or we will record now. No, they are kosher. Now, so the share or to me in 5 years, 10 years. Or they advise you. By the time you will be salary, on record. So you also go there. Now you won't give to that government because if you give it to that government, you will lose. Now it doesn't only stays there; it trickles down. Now there will be more hardship, there will be more blame, there will be more system downwards. Then what is affecting the rich is going to affect the middle class, is going to affect the poor. Can we all sustain it? Wow. Even I say, people like me are pained because the youth who actually be really pained about this actually have no clue and they don't care. And they don't think through whatever they are doing now. And it's painful.
And it's painful, yes. Please join the conversation. Whatever we are discussing here, I mean, it is very insightful. I mean, we've all been enlightened about this whole bond thing and then why Michael Blackson has been writing. But why are people threatening the people around Michael Blackson? That is what my members here have explained. That some are blaming or some are threatening the people around Michael Blackson based on political grounds. Based on political grounds. This is Showbiz Daily, and then we would want to move on to our next story, which captures Koka and Ohemaa Mercy. It captures Koka and Ohemaa Mercy. I mean, there's been news around indicating that Koka has been arrested. Why the arrest? That is what we want to discuss here, because Ohemaa Mercy has released, a press statement exonerating Becky of Joy News from whatever the cause of arrest is, because initially Koka attributed the arrest to Becky of Joy News. That's because it is the cause of Becky. That is why he's been arrested. Now, per the release and then per the conversations around on social media, indicates that Koka threatened Ohemaa Mercy. That is what is speculating around. That Koka has threatened Ohemaa Mercy, and Ohemaa Mercy has caused the arrest of Koka. Now, this is the press statement from Ohemaa Mercy's camp. Let me read it quickly so that my people will also come through and then tell us what they have to say about this particular thing. Okay, so Ohemaa Mercy posted this. He says, setting the records straight. Now it reads, Team Ohemaa Mercy would like to address the event of yesterday and provide clarity on the circumstance surrounding the arrest of Kweku Osei Kranche Asiedu, popularly known as Koka. The team and its lawyers take full responsibility for reporting the threats made against the life of the artist, Ohemaa Mercy, which led to the arrest. We want to categorically state that Becky of Joy News had no involvement whatsoever in this matter, nor was she responsible for the arrest of Koka, as some have speculated. We extend our sincerest apologies to Becky for being unfairly drawn into this situation, despite her complete lack of knowledge or involvement. We will provide further updates as necessary in due time. Team Ohemaa Mercy. So, Abbas, I would want to start with you once again. This is a conversation that has started on the internet between Koka and then Ohemaa Mercy. The arrests and the people Koka fingered, and then Ohemaa Mercy is trying to say Becky is not part. I mean, the whole conversation. What is your own opinion about it?
My sincere opinion, I think, first of all, I don't know what brew all this, because I know Koka either is a team member of Ohemaa Mercy before, or still a team member, or one way or the other, I know they've worked together before. So, definitely, if you don't break in peace, you have bad blood. And definitely one will surely be affected more than the other. So there will be certain kind of noise from the other. But I don't know to what extent. But I'm worried for people like myself who are always on radio, especially those who like to project negativity. That's one of the things I don't like about this space lately. The moment somebody do something, through something, and the thing brings something similar to fame, they think popularity is fame and is cool. See, if it's pushing bad narratives, destroying people, going hard, as they say, and that will bring them their attention. For how long can you be spoiling people? And this draw caution, this bring attention or caution specifically to people who go about doing such a thing. Because you see, you can't go ahead every opportunity you get. Your focus is to say something negative, something bad, something to draw others back. And you know directly that emotionally is going to destabilize them. Financially is going to destabilize their business. Because whatever you say, some people kind of take it serious. And the fanatics that are hailing you, now that you have been arrested or you have been thrown to court or whatever, you have been brought to book legally, they won't be there to give you funds for these things. That is what panelists need to bear in mind. That now even the platform on which you said that thing have withdrawn themselves from the case. So you are left on your own. So everyone needs to know that whenever they are uttering a particular word, they need to be cautious about it. They need to be particular and also feel some empathy for others also. Because you see, whatever, the way I will say something bad about you that you feel, if you say something bad about me too, it's the same way I'll feel. So I should imagine that if I say this to Kwesiama, how will he feel? Or if Kwesiama say this same thing I'm saying out to me, how will I feel? And that will draw the curtain for us. And sorry, I won't dive into it much because of the position I hold, I will look at it in this direction, because bad character is bad character no matter who you are, and popularity does not equate to everything. It is better you are known, famous, or have fame for a particular good thing than to be popular or be viral for a lot of negative things, basically.
Thank you so much, I mean, for your very opinion. But so many people are asking why Koka has been arrested. We are also trying to figure out the main cause of Koka's arrest. But lately, I mean, we all know Koka and Ohemaa Mercy, I mean, have worked together. But in recent times, Koka has been writing on his Facebook page, I mean, about Ohemaa Mercy, making, I mean, some commentaries around whatever Ohemaa Mercy posts. Now, one of the posts that Ohemaa Mercy posted prior to the Tahila experience, it was a video that captures a pastor praying for him. Now, Koka reposted this particular video with a caption. He says, "Wow, game on hope. You told your so-called man of God what you did. Is he aware you don't want to honor your side of the contract? Ohemaa Mercy, prayers will not save you this time. This plotting and settings, it will not work." So, I mean, as part of the post that Koka has been making, this is one of the posts. I wouldn't want to say that this is the cause of the arrest, but it is just one of the posts he's been making on social media. Yeah. Chamo, take over.
Well, you see, yeah, I wish that we know exactly what brought about this, but from all the reports that we have seen or we have reviewed, one thing is common. They are saying that he's been saying a lot of things. That's why they are doing this. But I get the sense that why they are calling that Koka is threatening Ohemaa Mercy is the fact that Ohemaa Mercy, according to this post, owes Koka, and she's not been paying. So Koka is also doing whatever he can. He thinks that is the right way to get his money, because we know Koka to be also an event organizer, or he tries to get sponsors for events. So maybe he did a job in that direction, and the money or the commission that he's supposed to get, they didn't come. So he's been doing his thing to get his money back, and these are some of the things. We don't know exactly what he said, and Ohemaa Mercy's team, they are also not giving us much. I think from their press conference, they said that if there's a need for them to give more details, they will come back and do that. But for now, Koka threatened Ohemaa Mercy, and they are taking action. The lawyer, they reported the case to the issue to the police, and now they took him. Yes, obviously, we don't know, but I can guess that maybe Koka said something in the line of one for musical Mamia Mishawa Nebo or something like that. And I'm surprised that Koka will take such a action instead of maybe taking Ohemaa Mercy to court or something like that. You see, when you have a contract with somebody and they don't honor it, I think the best way is to try court. It's difficult. I'm not saying it for it to look like when you go to court then you get your money. No, it doesn't work like that. But I think it is a better approach than maybe threatening or doing other stuff. That may also land you in trouble. So let's see how he will go about it. Whether he threatened her, and why, in fact, even if he did, why he did that. I think we are interested in such things, but we still have to hope. So when the case travel far, I mean, after reporting, I think the next step is that it will go to court. Yeah. And after it goes to court, it will be a public issue, because court is supposed to be a public place in terms of what happens there. So obviously some people will know what is going on, so we'll get more details of what is going on. But I mean, for me, I would say that we should be careful the things we say about others, because it is not mere words that we say. Some people take it to heart, and it may affect them in other means that you don't even imagine that it will get to. So we should just do our bit more to, harm people with the words that we use, and so that we all live harmoniously. And you can't just call a woman of God fake, and for them to take it like that, because more or less this is the kind of job that they do. And it's some way, because she's doing the work of God, and if you are calling her fake, you have to do more to prove that indeed she's fake. Some of us, we don't go to church, but we work with pastors, so we know that it is not easy to soil their reputation like that, and they will allow you to go. So for me, I think we should just be careful the things we say, and hopefully more details will come so that we will know how to tackle the issue. Yeah.
Hopefully we all hope that more details should come up so we know the cause of this arrest and then where things are getting to. Right now that the issue has been sent to, I think it has been forwarded to court. Mm-hmm. So now that the issue has been taken up legally, obviously we will all get to know the cause of it and then where this gets to end. But then all in all, we hope at the end of it all, peace will reign. This has been Showbiz Daily, and then I did this with Chemo Solomon Intimdodu, we popularly call him Chemo, and then Abbas Abdul Muiz, yes, manager number one. Yes, Father's manager. We did this together. I sat in for Sammy Flex, to do this. Always Sammy Flex does this, but today, you didn't see Sammy Flex. It's good you've seen me here. My name is Kwesi Ama. You can follow me on all social media platforms as Kwesi Ama or Kwesi Ama News, so we get to interact there. Whatever your opinion, whatever your suggestions are, you can do them in the comment section respectfully. Until we meet in the next video, let's say we're out of here. Bye-bye.